The latest Big Island market update is out, and we're going to go and take a look and see what's going on coming up next. Hey, what's going on, friends? Dylan Onaka here with the Buy Big Island September market update. So, very interesting data this month, as we've been talking about for the last couple of months. After the slowdown of the initial COVID lockdown, things have totally turned around, and this month has a very interesting and almost surprising information on it. We thought it was getting stronger, but looking at the data, it's very, very strong. And we'll take a look at the details here. So, again, as always, what we're looking at is the market data from September of 2020 versus 2019. So, we're looking at apples to apples because we have a seasonal market here in Hawaii normally where it's busier in the wintertime and the summertime when people can travel here, and not as busy in the fall and the spring. And surprisingly, the September market was way up this year from a year ago. So again, we are in, I don't even know what month it is now, month 6 of this lockdown, this quarantine, and hardly any visitors here. And you would think in a resort market like Kona, things would be extremely slow and down, but they are not. So if you look at the current units for homes, it was 52, which is up 16% from a year ago. So more homes sold this September than the September prior, and 16% more. So not a small amount. Dollar volume was down, but that always fluctuates based on some high end, multi-million dollar sales. So not that big of a deal. Median price was up though, so 11% to 776. The median price is up versus a year ago. Average days on market was down to 49. That was a 40% drop in the average days on market. So the things that are selling now are selling extremely fast. And anybody who's watching the market is seeing that, where we're not like a one day on the market kind of market, but things sit for a week or two and then they go under contract. So we're seeing that average days on market is much lower than it normally is. That is normally higher, 80, 90 days where we usually see that average days on market number. And we can see that that was a 40% drop this month. And then final list of sold price was up, which is a strong indicator, right, to 95%. So the things that are selling at almost full price, 95%. That number is usually a little bit lower in the low 90s, sometimes at 90 or dips below 90. So on the homes market, very strong in Kona. On the condo market, same thing. We've been seeing the condo market really slow down because obviously the condo market is a second home type of market. But 42 condos sold, which is 20% more this year versus a year ago. Dollar volume was up 100%. So that was mainly due to some high end sales, but huge jump in the dollar volume. Median price up 19% to 404 for condos in Kona. Crazy. And then average days on market was 72, which is up 7%, but again, still pretty fast, a little over 2 months average time on market, especially given the current situation that we're in. And then averages the sold price is almost 95% like homes. The land side, again, only 10 sales, so we're not going to look too deeply into land, but we'll look at land when we look at the entire Big Island market together. So when we jump over to the entire Big Island market, this is crazy. 246 homes sold. That's an increase of 46%. So, I mean, just where is that coming from? Who's buying those homes, right? I mean, 46% increase in the number of homes sold this month, last month in September versus a year ago. Obviously, dollar volume followed that way up, and then median price up 8% to 425 island wide. Average days on market fell 7% to 83 days on market. And then final list of sold price at 92, almost 93%. So super strong market numbers on the home side. Very interesting. What a huge increase. And that is somewhat driven by the low interest rates. Right now you are literally saving hundreds of dollars a month if you're getting a 3%, sub 3%. We're seeing interest rate versus a year ago when interest rates were maybe in the mid fours, right? And that's kind of normally where things are, 4 to 5%. We're like good interest rates, but now when we're talking 3%, sub threes, it can be a significant savings in your monthly payment. So you have more buying power as a buyer, where before maybe you could only afford a mortgage that was $2,000 a month, and that translated into a $400,000 house. Now maybe you can buy a $475,000 house and still pay only $200 a month on your mortgage. So, or $2,000 a month in your mortgage. So it's a very interesting dynamic, but that's kind of a normal market function when interest rates get low. Condos island wide up 3%. A few more condos sold than a year ago, but again, that's a market that should be slow right now. and has pretty much bounced back to the same type of numbers as we were seeing a year ago. Dollar volume up 60%, that followed the Kona market. But then median price up 16% to 410 island wide. So again, very strong in terms of prices. Prices are not falling for condos either, even though a lot of them are sitting empty right now, who are normally vacation rental condos. The average days on market at 77, which is down 8%, so faster than a year ago. And then final list of sold price at 95%, which is down 2%. Land, if we look island wide, was up 32% in terms of current units sold. So 196 pieces of land sold, 32% increase over a year ago. Dollar volume obviously followed that up 33%. Median price was lower, so a lot of land is selling that lower price range, right? That sub, and again, that median price is always pretty low because you can get a ton of land on the Big Island for $9, $10, $5,000 in those South Puna areas and South Kona areas. But again, people are picking those lots up. Somebody's buying them because they want to have them and hold them, or maybe they're building. But the volume is definitely increasing. And then the final list is sold price at 86%, which is down 5%. That's kind of where we see that land number fluctuate normally. So very interesting numbers, super strong bounce back is the definite update. And right now, as we speak, we should start this pre-travel testing program here in a couple of days, which will bring travelers back to the islands. And so this doesn't seem like it's going to slow down at all. And once we inject more buyer demand from people who can travel here, which I know personally there are a lot of people waiting to come, I don't think this is gonna slow down. So super interesting numbers. If you have any specific questions about your area of the island or any specific market that you're interested in, as always, just reach out, Dylan@buybigisland.com, and happy to help you out and take a look. As always, I'll see you guys next week and then next month with our next market update. Thanks for watching. Aloha.